All right. Guess what? I am a MFing unicorn. And y'all get to watch Never Done Projects.
No.
Come on. I found it. Live chat. Let's see, how do we look? Nope. Need to go up just a smidge. Did that work? Looks like it did. What's up, Daryl? Daryl said, Randy. Robert said, what up? This is Robert. What's up, Robert? I made that worse. Hold on, I swear I leave for like one day.
I don't know what Justin did. He had it zoomed in or something yesterday.
I don't know what he did. Whatever he did, though, tell him to stop touching stuff. John Deere said, what's up, Tinkerbell? No, I'm an MFing unicorn. Daryl said, that looks corny. Addie wanted me to be a unicorn, and you just don't say no to daughters. I am an MFing unicorn. Robert wants to know how we did at work this morning. You did good enough, Robert. Only if you would have released track just a little bit sooner, I would have got off at 1 instead of 1:30. It's okay.
Did you give him a Pepsi bottle? He's had it a couple of days.
Oh, okay. Those microplastics are doing him good. Jacob said, oh, I thought Daryl said horny. The 3 H's. Hungry, horny, and hurting. Oh, Raccoon Gamer is hurting right now. I hate to hear that. What's going on, buddy? Hey, my finger hurts. I smashed it today, and the insides of my finger now identifies the outsides of my finger. So, yeah, that freaking hurt. I only said a few F words and threw a few hammers. Robert said, thank you for letting me use your red jacket. Not a problem, Robert. I'll let you use it anytime. Rumple said, sorry, I might be in the wrong live. Never mind. What's up, Rumple? And the Shade Tree said, OMG, Randy, what have they done to you? Well, Addie, yesterday before I went to work, wanted to play unicorns. I said, baby, I can't. I have to go to work. I'm sorry. And she was deeply upset. So she told me that she wanted me to be a unicorn. I said, do you want me to wear this to work? She said, yeah, absolutely. I said, okay, so I wore it all the way to work yesterday. I ordered my food, and when the lady went to take my money, she said, what the hell? I said, I'm a fucking unicorn. So when your daughter wants you to be a unicorn, you're a unicorn. You hear me? So I wore it yesterday. Tomorrow's video will have me wearing my unicorn on my briefing. And I just figured that y'all would like to see me be a big old freaking unicorn tonight. Let's see here. Jacob said he's got a finger fracture. My finger's okay. Raccoon thinks he broke his hand. That is not good. I imagine that is quite painful. Daryl said I just shaved 2 knuckles, not at the same time too. I smashed a finger right after I smashed the whole hand. So I feel you. I feel you, buddy. Rumple saying hello to Metal Art Customs, aka Daryl. Robert said, did you put my paycheck in your bank, Randy? No, I sent it to you, Robert. Karen said, hi, hello, Karen. Matthew Raynaud said, Ba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Karen is coming out of the closet as a homosexual, so everybody congratulate Karen there for being a homosexual. But you might not want to be here because I'll probably hurt your homosexual feelings. Let's see here. Rumple said, what is that thing? Like a hairband? Yeah, it's my daughter's little like hairband. She puts it on and rotates it back, and it helps keep her hair in place. But she wanted me to be a unicorn. So who am I to tell my 4-year-old no to being a unicorn? Look, I am confident in who I am and my manhood. I have no problem wearing a freaking unicorn hat. Jack said, hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Jack. Hope you have a fantastic day as well. Fuller, spelled out with hyphens in between, is waving. Hello, Fuller. Team Richard said, hi, Randy. Hello, Team Richard. Maria said, WTF. Maria. It's a unicorn. I'm a freaking fluffy unicorn. Is it so hard to believe that I'm a mythical creature? Jacob said, R3, quit horning around. Get it. Yeah. Look. Get it? Huh. Horny. Rumpel said, unicorn. It looks more like an alien head bump. Well, I swear, the light in here changes the color of shirts, and you're not seeing it that well. Because it's got like glittery, sparkly sequins on it. Maria said, what is that on your head? It's my unicorn hairband. Fuller said, hi. Jacob said, get it. Karen said he hurt his finger because his boyfriend clenched his cheeks. Bold of you to assume it took one finger to feel that. Vigilant Sidekick said, I'd like to see you be a dad. Your kids need you. Hey, I am a dad to both of my kids. And if you don't believe me, that's just too bad. You're just going to take my word for it. Because anybody can be anyone they want to be on the internet. But maybe Addie will see this with Madison. And she'll see that Daddy's still a unicorn. And it'll make her smile real good. But Daddy will go home tonight. Daryl said, I'll be back shortly. Just got home. All right, Daryl. Appreciate it. See you soon. Shade Tree said, Randy, sorry, buddy. This is the part where I leave. Well, that's okay, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. If the unicorn's bothering you that bad, I hate to hear that. Robert said, where's your red jacket? It is on the back of my chair. Carl said, who is Terp Slurp 710? He's one of our members. I've met a few people that's on the wall, but some of the people that we have never met before, they wanted to be on the wall. And being a member of the channel gets your name here and out of the road for the members' walls. And he become a member. I don't know if that's you or not there, Carl. Let's see here. Channel activity. No, you've been in here plenty of times, but... I mean, unless you change your name. Upstate said, oh, you look... Would you look at that? He's got a dildo on his head. No, it's a unicorn horn. Come on. Maybe took it off. Ellie said, grown unicorn. Exactly. Bum Across said, why is it hard for people of color to pronounce the word ask? Different pronunciations, different strokes for different folks, people. Let's see here. John Deere said, R3, I was talking about raccoon finger fracture. Oh. Well, if he fractured his hand, that shit hurts. Maria said, nice, I want that. You cannot have it. It is Addie's, and she was kind enough to let me use it for a couple days. And I need to bring it home to her. Let's see here. Crazies Z2 Frundnick. We're going to call you Crazy. Dude, are you from the U.S.? Yes. North Carolina, America. Junkhead92 said, you can shout out my boy Lou. I heard your boy Lou likes it in the bunghole. Underrated God 6899 said, glad you found the right gender for you. Yes, a man. You don't get to pick it. Nitro Game said, which one city do you live? Nitro Game, I live in Denton, North Carolina, USA. Cowed Hurry said, okay, so there's a dude going live right now and preaching everybody about some SBF shit. I mean, I don't even understand what he's even saying, but I tried telling him I got IBS, though. I do, too. Don't feel bad. And it's like damn genetics. Runs in your genes if you ain't careful. Rumpel said, so you are pop being unicorn, so popcorn, basically. I like that. I am popcorn. Maria said, okay, beautiful unicorn princess, don't cry. I might cry. I might shed a tear. Let's see here. Vigilant Sidekick. I was getting to you, but sadly it jumped. You're a mythical creature pretending to be a father. Hey, maybe I'm a father pretending to be a mythical creature. Hey, but like I said, different strokes for different folks. Rumpel said, oh, I see it now. It's glittery. Looks cool. Thank you. I took it off. I don't think people like it, but if they don't like it, they can kiss my butt. Hassan said, my dog is masturbating. What do you have? This is not for you to eat, dude. You've had enough microplastics today, but don't worry, he doesn't have balls anyway. Raccoon retracted his message. Abject subset said, Diddy gonna get you? I took his dang baby oil. Levi said, grown man wearing a unicorn horn. Yep, whenever you're a father of a daughter, and she wants you to be a unicorn or a princess, you're a freaking unicorn or a princess. Jacob said, R3, a little princess unicorn. Hey, if I made your day, that was the whole point of it. Trump Bunny 24 said hi, hello. Levi said two tablespoons rahubarb. I don't know what that is. Robert said when we go to work. Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's see here. Jane said happy Friday. Happy Friday, Jane. Hope all is going well. Rumpel said, I like those Mickey Mouse ones, or the ones where the ear waves when the button is pressed. Ooh, Addie has one of those too. It's got like little air things and the things that come down, and it's a unicorn, surprise, and the ears flop around. It's pretty damn cool. Let's see here. Vigilant Sidekick said, I think my nipples are on wrong. We'll cut them off and super glue them somewhere else. No, don't do that. Rumpel said, hey to Jane. Chigga 936 said, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. No surrender, attack the day. I like that. Jane said, hi, Rumpel. Raccoon said, I don't have a dad. I hate to hear that, but it's okay. I believe in you. And it jumped again. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I am behind. Jane said, hi, Raccoon. Element said, crack rocks. I mean, if you're looking for Jade, yeah. Mike at Lone Ridge Garage said, hello, OMG, now you need a rainbow in the background. Complete this picture. Well, I'm good. Hello, Mike. Jane said, hi, Mike. Mike said, hi, Jane. Rumpel said, hi to Mike. John Deere's laughing. Ryan at VR6 Prodigy said, hello, everyone. Hey, Randy. Hey, Jane. Hey, Mike. That was a lot of hey. Team Richard said, hey to Mike. Mike said, hey, Rumpel. Jane said, hi to Ryan. Live from CTST 5657 said, where did you find the Bush's baked beans dog from? My friend, you might need glasses. Because I'm pretty sure the Bush's baked beans dog was a golden retriever. This is a great name. Cheeto Dust said PepsiCo and many other companies use stem cells from aborted fetuses to enhance flavors. It's a fact. Well, that's why I drink Cheerwine. They taste pretty damn good. You should try it. Jacob said, let's call that guy Crazy Horse. That's fine. Jane said, hi, Richard. Mike said, Richard, how are you, my friend? Tom Dom said, hello. Hello, Tom Dom. With the United Kingdom flag. Luba Kirker said, I'm waiting for 747. That's when the trolls come in. Team Richard said, hi to Jane. Mike said, JD, how are you doing? John Deere said, LOL, we are men. Our pronouns are USA. Yep. Liar, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is that sweets on the table? Well, there was. There's approximately 13 pounds of Skittles, a pack of Pringles, a pack of UTZ cheese popcorn or puffin corn, a thing of Hershey's milk chocolate, and Ritz.
I was really wanting to see if they picked it out.
Well, they just asked if it's sweets. Jane said, hey, Pops.
Say hello, Jane.
Daniel said, happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Daniel. Happy Friday. Team Richard said, Mike, I'm fine, thanks. Big C431 said, is the bald guy your boyfriend? No. He is my padre. He is my dad. Es mi padre. Rumpel said, hello, Pops.
Hello.
Jane said, hi, Daniel. Excuse me. Vigilant Sidekick said, shit, act normal. Dad's back. Yeah, I got to take my unicorn hat off now. Can't let him know I identify as a unicorn. He might shoot me.
I'm disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Hold on. It jumped again. Okay. Let Go 3941 said fake and gay. Buddy, if you want to be fake and gay, they make plastic surgery. They can flip that ding-a-ling inside out, and you can have a hoo-ha. I mean, as much as you get fucked, I think it'd probably do you some good. John Fokker. I like that one. Said, what up, bro? What's up, John? Jane said, hit the like all. I would appreciate it. Brian said, my name is in the Epstein files, but I have to fight state elections. What should I do now? Don't worry. You're high enough up the ladder if you're on those files. They ain't going to touch you. Vivian said, sir, where are you from? Denton, North Carolina. Slide on. Said, Trump supporter, we don't talk politics. Jane said, hi, Robert. John Deere said, what's up, Lone Ranch Garage? Deshaun Laquarius said, sup, y'all? Are you out of prison yet, Deshaun? ESFD 2121 Fire Department said, I got my account back. I'm glad to hear that. Robert said, did you order Robert's work shirt? Yes. Yeah, I had it on yesterday. I had to break it in nice and good for you. I mean, like this one's got an air vent right here. But I got it. I got you. You never did tell me what color you wanted. Jacob said, no politics, people, or religion. There you go. Jane said, hey, Deshaun, still in jail. John said, hey again. Thought somebody was pulling it. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness said, hit that like button if you haven't. Hey, there's another Girl Dad. You missed it, Girl Dad. I had on my unicorn hat. People made fun of me, assholes. Jane said, hi, ESFD Ryan. Hi, Girl Dad. Raccoon Gamer thinks he broke his hand.
Ooh.
I hate to hear that. But said, hi, Jane. Hello. Randy said, nice being retired, getting ready for fishing and next November to deer hunt. Well, Randy, I wish there was 2 other Randys here retired. But congratulations on the retirement. Let us know how the fishing and the deer hunting goes.
Wish I could figure it out.
Brian said, I'll try my best to win state elections as long as I'm not arrested. Oh, don't worry. If you in the files, they ain't arresting you. If they arrest you, they need to arrest every damn body that's on the hill, but that's beside the point. Olivia said, guys, it might be that dreaded day. Uh-oh. What day is that? Jacob said, now your dad should wear the unicorn headpiece. That would be funny. You want to wear the unicorn?
If I had wanted me to, I'd wear it.
You got on new glasses.
These people doesn't bother me if they want to come in and talk. If it
Look,
made Addie happy, I
that's
would
what
do it.
I'm saying. I have zero problem being a freaking unicorn for my daughter. Mike said, hi, Ryan. Frankie said, I got 7 DVDs and I'm watching Austin Powers. Okay. Hey, different strokes for different folks. Jane said, hi, Olivia. Kevin said, I missed the box of Cocoa Puffs.
I do too.
Somebody decided to eat them all.
I need to go get me another box.
Girl Dad, it said, hi, Jane, with a 100 and a waving emoji. Olivia said, hi, Jane. Oh, hold on. It jumped again, Dad. Blah.
Now, if there is any kind of advertising on any of this, and y'all click on it and buy some of it, like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I didn't put anything like that on.
Never mind. Act like I didn't say nothing.
Okay. I kind of forgot. Tom Foster said, oh, I finally found you 2 clowns again. I've got a bone to pick with you 2.
All right. Who we talking to?
Apparently Tom Foster, 19.
All right. Hello, Tom. What kind of bone you got?
Jane said, hi, Kevin. How are you feeling? Team Richard said, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. PU said, my grief console died. He was so good. I hate to hear that. Grief counselor. Oh, grief counselor, not grief console died. I hate to hear that, PU. I hope everything gets better. Tom Foster said, how about an apology for last time? Well, let's see.
What did you do last time?
Oh, he asked if that was a dead body behind me and if that was my boyfriend. Yeah, Tom, I don't know you shit for an apology. I stand on whatever I said. It was probably something hateful. I'll say it again if you want. Olivia said, my Subaru is giving me issues, so ticking yet, though. No ticking yet, though. Well, I hate to hear that. Kevin Bradley said, Jane, weird question. Nolan Miller said, Jesus loves you very much. Thank you. Jesus loves you too. PU says, I don't care about him anymore. Okay. Jane said, oh, sorry, wrong Kevin. Val Hemi said, hello, guys. New Zealand. You want to put a pin in for New Zealand for Val Hemi?
Where is New Zealand?
To the bottom right of Australia. It's orange. It's an island.
Bottom right of Australia.
Yep. Bryler Miller said hi. Hello, Miller.
I'm going to put you in an orange pen.
Orange
Any
pen.
particular one?
Jacob's, I'm behind, so. Jacob said, I've been I've been heaven. You're in places. Hershey's my favorite. I've been to Hershey's factory. Cool. I got those today. Little N4 said, if at first you don't succeed, let somebody else try. If you don't succeed, listen to the way your husband said you to do it.
You want me to read ketchup?
I got it. C-Dub Cal said, you identify as a gnome? Nah, I'm a fucking unicorn.
Would you please ease up on the F word?
No.
If you're not, I'm going to start saying the C word.
Don't you? No.
Ketchup.
No, that's what you put on your steak.
Ease up.
Bryler Miller said, are you a hunter? We are not. We're racers. Val Hemmies laughing.
YouTubers, we're creators.
Leonard said, you guys being able to read comments completely puts you ahead of 90% of people on here. Hey, it's amazing how many people talk crap about it. Rusted Metal Garage, a.k.a. Jamie, is in here. Said, how is everyone? Jamie, we are good. Hope you are, buddy.
Jamie.
Darren Conley said, hello, Kakalaki boys, calling in from West Virginia.
Hello.
How are you doing over there in West Virginia? Hopefully it's warming up for you like it has been us. Olivia said, hey, Rusted. Angel said, Saibu. Jamie said, ghosties. Jane said, hi, Rusted. Rusted said, Jane. Cowgirl Wyoming said, hey, y'all, what's up, Cowgirl? Robert said, yellow, just that pops. Orange. The Jays 5752 said, ice, ice, baby.
Ice, ice, baby.
BRBR 99 said, I'm Mexican. We are not the same. Or WR. Is that world record or not the same? Hey, if you don't think we're the same, then don't be the same. But at the end of the day, if you cut me, do I not bleed red? Jane said, Pops, unfortunately, if like most people, you have to grow old to retire. What you mean grow old? He is old. Kevin said, sorry, brother, I was not here for you, brother. I'm sorry. Brother, believe me. Hey, I heard you were sick. It's okay, Kevin. Mike said hi, Deshaun. Olivia said, oh, Randy's a unicorn. That's how you know he's a good dad. That's potentially the nicest thing Olivia's ever said to us. Somebody jot this down.
Yes, it is.
February
Thank you
20th,
very much. That's
2026.
appreciative.
My heart's beating again. Jane said, OMG, I love the unicorn. Thank you. Raccoon said, your dad made me yawn. You made Raccoon yawn. You should feel bad about that. MG John said, hi. Hello, MG. Mike said, well, not Mike. Jamie said hi to Mike. Mike said, hello, Olivia. Girl Dad said, anything for the daughter. Exactly. And if people don't understand, that's them and theirs. Dinosaur fan said, did you know unicorn is a national animal of Scotland? I did not know that, if that is true. Jacob said, you made my day, R3, with your new hat, horny unicorn. David-D2M1H said, what is this channel about? Day-to-day life with the automotive focus. We post a video every day, do a live every day, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Sundays we do a breakfast live. Sometimes the breakfast live is for lunch, but we cook breakfast and hang out for at least an hour. But to say the least, it is showing that even the regular people and the normal guy can do this stuff.
We got full-time jobs and still run this shop and do the YouTube and the burnouts, and it's about our everyday life here at the shop.
Crowbar Cowboy said, what's on your head? It is my daughter's headband that looks like a unicorn with the unicorn horns. A unicorn horn and the unicorn ears and sequins on the bow. She wanted me to be a unicorn yesterday. I was unable to be part of the live because I had to go watch them. And I figured if she was in this live and watching with my wife, then she could laugh at Daddy being a unicorn. And David said that they are from Ohio.
Right.
You gonna put a pin in for
him?
Okay. Jane said, or said, yeah, I guess it would be appropriate for you to retract, David. I don't know what he said, so. Angela said, cars. Yep. Mysterious Stumpy said, what's the C word? Crap. Jane said, David. Don't even start with me tonight. Jane said, David, his daughter asked him to wear it. He's a girl dad. Yeah, so if you got something bad to say, why don't you say it again and we'll see if you're going to stick around. Mysterious Stumpy said, it's amazing you can read at all. Hey, look, somebody who just come in doesn't know that we can read. Oh my God. Hold on, let's see what you're doing with your channel. You have 1 subscriber. You have a ancient human as your profile picture. When did you make your channel? Oh, you made your channel 15 years ago, and all you've done is made playlists. And apparently, all you want to do is come on to people's live and talk shit about them knowing how to read. Learn how to read so you can play D&D instead of having D&D music. Maddie said Forza Horizon 6. I heard it's going to be a good game. King Kong Mag said, how are you doing, friends? We're good, Kong. How are you? Angela said, dogs. A wolf. Mike said, hello, New Zealand. Crowbar Cowboy said, what's on your head? Thought I already told you, but it's my daughter's headband of a unicorn. Comrade Cat, 1917, said, where do you buy a real 6'5" cowboy from, King? Last I checked, you don't buy people, but if you want a real 6'5" cowboy, don't go to the bar. Axel said, please shout me out. Me out. Jersey Mike 02 said, I hope Trump meet the Grim Reaper soon. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. We don't talk about politics. People get upset about them things. Robert said, how is Robert's yellow jacket? It's good. It got a little wet today. It rained on me. Mike said, hi, Jamie. How are you? Sujay Kumar, King of Cricket. I don't know how to say the first two words, but I have no idea how to play cricket. Harry O Dog said, I'll retire when I'm dead. Hey, guys, new here. Much love, brother. Rock on. Thanks, Harry, if you're still in here. But I understand that. My wife said I might retire, but it does not mean I'm going to stop working. Comrade Cat said, where do you buy a real... Okay, we've already talked about that. Lilin 4 said, being old is a shitty blessing. I'm glad for the opportunity. That's right. Most people don't get to be old. Jane said, moment in history. Olivia said something nice. I know. Maria said, who's that man behind you? It's the old dad. He's out of his emo phase. All right, that seasonal depression was over for the most part today because today was 76 degrees outside, and it felt amazing. The Diamond Duo said, yo, I love the dog in the background. Well, thank you. That is Kane. He is a good boy, and he identifies as a problem. David retracted their message again. Good to know. Maria said, he looks familiar. Harry O'Dog said, no, it's not. I'm in Scotland, lol. Ha! Really? Cool. He's in Scotland.
Who's he?
Harry O'Dog.
Cool.
Jane said, hi, Maria. Roscoe said, hey, guys, how was the day? Finally Friday. God bless. Roscoe, it was a good day. Beautiful day. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. But, yes, finally Friday. God bless. Feels nice to be Friday. Comrade Cat, if you keep asking, you're not going to be able to ask the question anymore because I'm just going to delete you.
Just skip it. Don't delete it.
Dinosaur Fan said, type it up. Trust me, it's true. I will look into that. Maria said, hi, Jane. Did you just fart?
No.
Nasty. Team Richard said, now we're up to 37 Winter Olympic medals. Are you ready for more tomorrow in cross-country skiing? Hey, you got this, buddy. David said, that sounds like an awesome channel. I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Well, I would appreciate it, David. We come here for 2 hours in the evenings after work, after we work all day here. And we come in here to have a good time, meet people from all over the world, and just have a positive vibe. And sometimes I do stupid shit like wear a unicorn on my head. Little and 4 said, eat meat, drink beer, brush your teeth. Sounds like a good afternoon. Joseph said, I understand that 100. Maria said, LOL, it looks like cat ears. Don't worry, we ain't that kind of people. Unicorn ears. MTM7 Official said, I'm an old fan. I love your content, bro. I'm from Morocco. I'm really happy for you. Well, thank you, Official. Welcome back from Morocco. In God We Poop, a.k.a. Off Topic, said, gang, gang. And it said, see you no. Stop it. I despise you so much. I'm going to piss in your Dayquil. Jane said, off topic. David said, I just inherited a 1954 Ford F100 from my stepdad that just passed away in December. I'm trying to get it finished because he didn't have time. He was very sick with cancer. He was a retired Air Force. I hate to hear he passed away. But a 54 F100. If
like
it's
that body
yep,
style.
if it's a short bed, you can drop it onto a Crown Vic like Panther body, and people do that a lot. Have a lot more of a reliable
What year?
type motor. 54.
If I remember that correctly, that's that fat nose Ford truck.
Probably
I
is.
love that thing.
Off topic said hi, Jane. Michaela Martin said hi, hello, Michaela. Axel said ban me, please. I'm good. Off topic said Jane, would you prefer I don't make the C joke, or are you okay with that? For if you don't get him started. It's just
Yes.
Derry said hey and hi. Your son looks so beautiful with his hair bow. Well, thank you.
So I'm,
Oh,
not,
heck yeah.
I'm not for sure they even made fleet sides. I don't recall ever
You can
seeing
take the
one.
body off and put it on top of like a Crown Vic subframe.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is they're all step sides, I think.
Okay. People do that with those Fords like that. And they do really good on like track cars.
Yeah, I've always liked them.
Jane said don't encourage pops, off topic. Yep. Mason said peak unemployment. Well, hey, it is 6:30 p.m. We work day shift. And I mean, if you think we're unemployed, that's okay. Jane said I don't want them canceled. Thank you, Jane. I don't want them canceled either. Maria said you're so much behind it. I'm getting caught up. It all fits on one screen now. Off topic said okay, laughing face, no problem. I have an offensive sense of humor, but I do like being respectful. Well, I appreciate the respect. I have an offensive sense of humor, but I can't put it on the internet. Robert said, can you put my yellow jacket over Randy Jr.'s red jacket chair? No, I don't want to get my red jacket dirty. Maria said, little Randy, you're old. Thanks, Maria. You're getting old, too. Jane said, thanks, off topic. Besides, I'm the only one that can say that word, and it's only when I'm really pissed. Harsh said, are you guys a couple? For like the millionth time, we're father and son.
I wonder what makes people think they can come into people's lives and say stupid
Oh,
shit.
probably because they want to be in a homosexual relationship.
I mean, evidently they're jealous.
Maria said, my dad bought us a jelly cat, and that looks like fish. Okay. I don't know what that means. Gator said, WTF's on your head. Addie, my oldest daughter, wanted me to be a unicorn yesterday. So I figured, I could be a little silly today because we are just a silly little YouTube channel.
And
be a
anything
unicorn.
for the kids, because
Yep.
this is a family affair, and
Yep.
we love to make baby girl happy.
Jane said it was high 60s here yesterday, and today is cold and windy. It's supposed to be 20 degrees on Monday. Mike said, hi, Maria. Jane said, hi, Gator. Addie's unicorn hair bow. David said, I live in Ohio. So does Jane and Metal Art Customs, Adam at Greasepot Garage TV. Mike
Lotus.
said, hi, Roscoe. Yeah, Lotus. Missing an E though. Steven said, York, England said hi. Well, hello from North Carolina, America. Olivia said, how far behind is Randy? About 15 chats. Maria said, so much behind. Jacob said, Randy's dad, spray your son with water. They're pretty unicorn. Jacob. Gator said, hi, Jane, Mike, and crew. Let's see. David said, yes, it is a stepside Ford, 1954.
Yes, I'd love to have that.
Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Hello.
Did you pick up something?
Somebody has my conductor card.
Uh-oh.
And what y'all eating?
You started again.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you get this?
Because I'm forgetful.
It has a number for it.
Okay, well look, I'm going to get back to the live, okay?
And I know you were in that unicorn thing again.
Okay, can I take it off now?
No.
Okay. Alright, love you.
Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye-bye, baby girl.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Love
Hey,
you, bye.
there's baby girl.
Allie, I love you.
Allie. Hey, girl.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I did not seem to mess it up. Little in 4 said, what's your favorite cut of steak? Probably between a ribeye and a, what's that fancy one?
Play.
Yeah, I can never afford the filet mignon. But ribeye for overall. Robert said, hi, Pops. This is Robert Hurstenberg.
Hello, Robert.
Off topic said, how was the work day, guys? Well, he didn't work today. My work day was pretty good. Got off 30 minutes later than I wanted to. So had to work 4.5 hours instead of 4. Team Richard said, hit the like button. I appreciate it, Richard. If everybody would be more than willing to hit the like button, I would appreciate it. Mike said, hi, Gator. Maria said, I'm getting old. Don't say it again if you don't want aliens to destroy your shop. I have insurance. Olivia said, he's being an awesome dad, Gator. Alejandro said, do you think pedos know about midgets? That could be a good solution. Oh, sorry, was that a joke? Maria said, a jelly candy, dumbass. Oh, somebody's having a bad day. Would you like a chocolate? But a jelly candy cat. So I've never heard of that. Jonathan said, it's not cold here in Texas, but we have plenty of ice if you catch my drift. Hopefully it's barreled ice. And off topic said, awkward to ask, but what's the pants pops? What's with the pants pops?
Uh-oh.
You dumb fuck.
I'm usually there.
Dumbass.
Sorry.
Gator said, hi, Mike. Off topic said, oh, I want kids so bad, OMG. They're not always that sweet, I promise. Olivia said, the shit-eating grin that appeared on Pop Pop's face after the water was mentioned. But notice who has it.
Only because they said something. You didn't know it was there.
I knew it was there. I just was hoping you forgot about it. Off topic said, so cute, good Lord, I'm getting to the age where people get baby fever. Let's not talk about baby fever. Madison will appear. Well, she must be listening. She's lurking. David said, it is about 75% done. I got to put the bed in, get the body work done, and a couple odds and ends on the 54 Ford F100. Hopefully have it done by the summer. What motor's in it?
You are welcome to put pictures in our community chat.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it.
If you want to share it. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Nope. But
Maria sent an emoji with a thumb up and a winking face. I guess you want some chocolate. Olivia said, even Kane said, love you to buy. Yep. Ozzy said, hey, hillbillies. Well, what's up, not hillbilly?
Hello.
Jacob said, sorry, R3. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I only tease my friends I care about. I apologize. No need to apologize. It's okay. Look, if I could not handle being teased and picked on, I don't need to be on the internet, especially wearing a unicorn hat. Jane said, hi, Ozzy. Robert said, JU. Ozzy said, Pops, can I drive your car in first gear until I get tired?
Sure.
Jane said, jellyfish. Are they red? Swedish fish. Marina said, I didn't write a cat. Go look at it again. And I said, what? Maria, I'm pretty sure you said cat. But I'm behind, remember? Jane said, Pops, horse trying to get out of the stable. Apparently. Maria said, hello, I knew something was wrong. Hugh said, hello, Scoots. Hello, Randy.
Hello,
Hugh.
Hugh.
Jane said, hi, Hugh. Hugh said, hello, Kane. That's rude. He didn't even say hey back. Hugh said, hello, Maria. Hello, Jane. Hello, Ozzy. Hello, Jacob. Hello, David. Robert said, who picked me up for work this morning? I had to if he didn't work. Maria said, hey, Hugh. Hugh said, that's right. Maria retracted her message. Hugh said, hello, in God, a.k.a. off topic. David said he bought a 1993 F-250 truck and put the motor in the 54 and changed the intake out, put a carburetor and everything else on it. 93 F-250. Would that be the 5.4? Did they have the 5.4 back in 93? It's before my time, yeah.
93? No, still 5.0.
Still 5 liter in an F-250?
They might have went with the big blocks, but I don't know the 3.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was in 93.
Hugh said, hello, Gator. Off topic said, what's up, Grand? Mike said, evening, Hugh. Hugh said, hello, Mike. Rainer Winkler said, hello, that's Wrangler with the guy in the background. Is that your cellmate? Yeah, they put a father and son in the same cell and let them have a unicorn hat and do YouTube lives. Rawr. Hugh said, hello, Richard B. Robert said, Randy, put your red jacket on. It's hot, Robert. I think I'm good, buddy. Raccoon said, hi. Hello, Raccoon. Hugh said no, 5.8. Gotcha. Anonymous Angelo said, are you mentally handicapped? If I am, don't worry about it. Hugh said 5.8 liter. Team Richard said hello to Graham Pidovic with a fist pound and a thumbs up. Rainer said, are you two in prison? As I said, yeah, totally. They let us do lives in prison with all this on the background. Keep a dog. Wear a unicorn head. Yeah. Hugh said hello, Rainier. Little and 4 said 5.8 and 93. Gotcha, okay. Hugh said hello, Little and 4. Off topic said, wait, you said it was 76 degrees today over WTF, that's crazy. Holy climate change, they control the weather though. I believe that. But yeah, look, in North Carolina, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Crunch said, wake up the dad. He's awake. Liberal Triggerer said $500 if you can name a single swing state, Kamala won. Guess I ain't getting $500. Robert said, find Ohio on the map, Pops. And then Hugh said, you see him. He's a bum. Little and 4 said, hey, Grand. Turtle Biscuit Main said, you ought to be a good son and grab him a beer. I'll get him a Pepsi, but we ain't got no beer.
I got my Pepsi.
Q sent you sleeping 5 more times. David said 5.8 liter in the 54. Cool. I bet that thing gonna dang have some torque. Robert said get Pops wet. No, look, the golden rule, Robert, is you treat others the same way you want to be treated. And I don't want to be sprayed with the freaking spray bottle, so I'm not going to spray him. Paul Phillips said, what a good dog. I agree. He wants to play all day and sleep on the couch as soon as we go live. Hugh sent Vivo with you sleeping. Vivo's a little asleep right now. Jane said, hi, Paul. Hugh said, hello, Paul. Maria said, do something interesting. You're going to make me sleep. Boo. Let's see here. Little and 4 said, I know Pop's dream car. What's yours? If I could pick any of them.
Yeah, it was a dream car.
My dreams have changed since having kids.
It
went from having just like a 66 GTO, black with black wheels, black leather interior, and black carpet with a 4-speed on the floor. It went from that to like a 63 Cadillac 4-door DeVille, or with a modern running gear I can drive the kids around in.
Okay.
Ozzy said hello. Hello, Ozzy.
Hello.
Paul said hello, everyone. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Daryl said I'm back, edited and uploaded. Wonderful.
Welcome back.
I got to do the video after the live today. Ed said, are you guys gay? Wow, Ed. Hold on. Let's see if you're doing anything of noteworthy. You posted a video 2 years ago. You got 13 subscribers. You've been on here for 13 years.
He's hard at it, ain't it?
Yep, free keto recipes with 106 views. All with simple ingredients and easy instructions. Sounds like you're the gay one.
He's got ED.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Maria said, I didn't tell my dad about the table yesterday.
Uh-oh.
What table?
Wanted she broke.
Uh-oh. Look, if you fix it just good enough where he thinks he broke it next time he uses it,
I
that's
told
a
her
win.
that throw the chicken in there and throw some feathers around, tell her that she was the chicken broke it. She was trying to save the chicken.
Let's see here. Jane said, hi, Daryl. Harry Pothead. You come in here and ask the same stupid stuff, but you actually have some videos. You posted a video. Last video you posted was 13 years ago. You got some decent views, but apparently 18 subscribers, been on here since 06, and still you can only do stupid shit. Maria said, let's hope he won't find it. If you fix it just good enough where next time he uses it and he breaks it, he'll think he broke it. Robert said, ask Pops how is work jacket doing. It's doing good, I can tell you that. It's drying out right now. Pork Chop said steak and tater tots with fried onions over at Pork Chop's house. Haha. Man, that sounds delicious. Maria said, but I'll blame the chicken anyway. Surprise. Daryl said, Jane. Hugh said, man, I have to reset my adaptive learning for the timing sensors. It may be why, while I have no injector pulse, sensors are new for the third time, lol. Wow. I hate to hear that, bud. But hopefully that fixes your problem. Let's see. Maria said, if he didn't believe that, I'll blame Randy. Hey, there you go. Tell him Dad did it. Jane said, hi, pork chop. Little in 4 said, dirt track or not? I've never watched a dirt track outside of the Danger Ranger on dirt in Bristol, Tennessee with Cletus's event. That was pretty cool. But I wouldn't mind watching more dirt track stuff. I mean, I like racing. I'm not the biggest fan of drag racing. For whatever reason, I like to watch something that takes longer than about 10 seconds. Pork Chop said, howdy, Jane. Hope your night's going good. Daryl said, tonight's video is spraying base coat, and that's right, and it's right at an hour. Alrighty then. Maria said, Dad, the bald guy who lives in America, broke our table. There you go. Hugh said, hello, Pork Chop. Black Mask Soul said, it's a doggy world. It's a doggy dog world. Yes, it is. Ozzy said, Pops, can I order that pizza next week for y'all, or would y'all prefer it goes to a Venmo and y'all order it? Ozzy, we don't have Venmo or anything, but again, if you try to order something to have it delivered here, buddy, they're never going to find the place. Nothing really delivers here. If you really just want to donate something, I'm not going to stop you from ordering something. By any means, I'm not going to stop you. But I'll leave it up to you, bud. We don't have Venmo. We don't have any of that stuff. Jane said, Edmund is gay. Congrats for coming out. That's right, everybody. Everybody give Edmund a round of applause for his ED problem and his gay problem. That prostate just took a pounding he's got. Pork Chop said, howdy, Vic, in a laughing face. Hugh said, hello, Black Mask. I think that's an LCOTD. I don't know. Loco. Said, before I went to prison, I had exit only tattooed on my butt. Daryl said, Hugh. Olivia said, so it's a battery problem. Battery. Hugh said, now it says entrance. Now it goes, whoo. Let's see, Mike said, R3, you know your favorite car is a Mustang, a girly Mustang. Nah, Mike, I'll leave that to you and Boggy, buddy, but I think Boggy's a little more girly than yours. Black Mask said, sup to Grand Pedovic, a.k.a. Hugh. Daryl said, Ghosty and Mike. Maria said, I can't fix that. Hugh said he likes the V6 automatic pink Mustang. Oh, man, you caught me. Mike said, Pork Chop. Hey, I thought about putting some unicorn horn, like a unicorn horn on my helmet whenever we go to Cletus. What y'all think about that? Mike said, Pork Chop. Ozzy said, how many hillbillies does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know. He tells me to do it, and then I forget. So at least 3, because I'm going to forget to do it. Hugh said, that does sound great. Olivia said, I have ED. It says it stays 22 inches long all day. He. Okay. Ozzy said, is hillbilly a negative thing? It can be, but we know you're not meaning it in a derogatory negative way. So it's okay. Look, I am a classy hillbilly. I don't like my cousins. Hugh said, yeah, man, it's always the last 10% that fights you. Listen, I think the whole 100% likes to fight. But, yes, when you're right there at the finish line, that's when you trip. Jimmy said, old guy sleeping on the job. Yes, he is. Hugh said, hello, Jimmy. Beth said, I only have 2 subscribers and no videos. Well, hold on, Beth. Let me make sure we're subscribed to you. There you go, Beth. Now you got 3 subscribers. Haha. But that's okay, Beth. You don't come in here outside of whenever I talk about you and your best friend, JB. You don't say anything mean. Hugh said, I like dirt track and mudding. I've never been big on mudding, but I would not mind watching it. I don't think I would want to do it, but Madison wants to do it. Mud.
So I was going to say, I'm not going to watch it. Well, I'd like to see it, but if I go, I want to be in it.
Yeah. I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines watching.
Yes.
Jimmy said, hey, Grandma, and then said grand autocorrect. Damn, I can't type, my fault. Well, it's okay. Hugh's wife, Grand Pedovic's wife, is Grandma Vic. You never know. She might be in here, but I don't know if she's been feeling good lately. Hugh said, hello, Beth. Daryl said, me and Adam will be going live at 10 a.m. Eastern Sunday. Big announcement. All right. If we remember it, we'll try to be there. I don't know what time we're doing breakfast on Sunday. Hugh said, it's all good. My autocorrect is so corrupt, I keep forgetting to proofread before send. LOL. I do the same thing. Dave, just Dave, said, dude in the chair is begging for hot dog prank. Oh, he might kick my ass if I do that. Hugh said, nice. Olivia said, oh. Lillian Four said, thoughts on the bullshit restart rule?
I don't know what they changed.
I think they're outlaw, like they're, you know, all these new vehicles have that auto start stop when you stop and stop light cuts off. I think they've repealed that.
Yeah. I think that's stupid
To repeal it or have it?
to have it.
I'm in agreement with that. Look, your car cuts off at the light because it's good for the environment. Mine cuts off at the light because it's not reliable. We're not the same. But I mean, in all honesty, I don't understand how that's better for the environment. They say that the starting of an engine creates the most pollution. If I'm wrong on that, I'm wrong on that, but that's what I've heard. But I mean, you mean to tell me that it's supposed to be so good for the environment for that minute or two you're sitting at a red light that it cuts off? I mean, a dang hybrid that runs either a electric drive or a motor is substantially better, and I mean, you still get a motor when you need it. That's shutting off at the light's stupid. Hugh said, my brake is at 11. Grr. That's never fun. Well, Hugh, if I need to, if I get to watch it, I'll shoot you a text and let you know what the surprise is. Or I'll just shoot you a text and send you the link and say, shh, watch it afterwards. Mr. Chris Barker said, worst OnlyFans ever. You still paid for it, that's the problem. Maria said, you'll be surprised of how many gays I met in high school. Literally everyone was gay. You might not want to start me on that topic. Olivia said, ha, you heifer. Hugh's laughing. Jane said, Mr. Chris, you missed it. You would have paid earlier for earlier skits. Mr. Chris says, I'm always late. Forever Silver said, show your boobies. Last time I did that, my wife called me. She was quite upset. Olivia said, quit picking on Boggy. He ain't ever here to defend himself. That sounds like a YP, not an MP. Let's see. Hold on. I just saw Rusty come in. Let's see here. Oh, yep, there it is. Rusty said, hi, Randy's. Hello, Rusty. How you doing this evening? Maria said, can you put the unicorn and stand up? I want to take a picture of you. No. Hugh said, hello, Mr. Chris. Jane said, he picked on Boggy. I called a Mustang a woman's car. Daryl said, Rusty. Jacob Oe retracted their message. Mr. Chris sent 2 beer cans clinking and a hello. Hello. Rusty said, hey, Mac. Richard said, I put a rubber band on my balls. Well, that's a quick way to castrate yourself. Mike said, hi, Daryl. Div said, hi. Hello, Div. Div. Jane said, Rusty, how's my brother? Hugh said, bouncing off the dashboard sucks, but, LOL. Rusty said, hi, Jane. Hugh said, hello, Div, and hello, Rusty. Rusty said, hi, Long. Hunter Knight said, who wants to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island? I heard it's a lot better since people don't go there now. Rumple said, Pops looks exhausted. I don't know why he didn't even work today.
Hard.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's just too damn bad. Rusty said, hi, Hugh. Rumple said, Grand Pedo, hello. Grandma's Den said, is there any Michael Myersers around? I don't know what that is. Hugh said, hello, Rumple. Miss Communication 6270 said, what's going on here? It's just our daily live where we come in 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and enjoy 2 hours of getting to talk to each other, have conversations about things appropriate. We don't talk religion, politics, or controversial subjects. Other than that, we'll happily talk about things. But it's also one of those, we get to prove that there's people from all over the world that just want to come in and be able to talk to each other and enjoy the time. Grammar, I told you I don't know what that is. Jacob said, your dad just dreaming about candy bars in his dream. There you go. Daryl said, no politics. Yes, please. Hugh said, have an awesome night, everyone. Time clock is calling. Hugh, have a good night, buddy. Be careful running that time clock. Don't want to slip. Jane said, Rumple Pops always looks exhausted. He's the only one that needs 5 hours of sleep. I call BS. Yeah, your body needs more than 5. Jacob said, what's up, Grandpedo Vic? Rumple said, Kane is almost playing Where's Waldo with us. He blends in surprisingly good, doesn't he?
Yep.
Daryl said, see you, Hugh. Rusty said, night, Hugh. Jane said, take care, Hugh. Kerosene Cucumber said, hi, Randy's and everyone else. Hello, Kerosene Cucumbers. Sounds like a really... I bet you that cucumber have a kick to it. Hugh said, later. Lone Star Sunfish said, cheers. Cheers there, Lone Star. Hazel, the GSP, said, hi, puppy. He doesn't do a lot of talking, and he doesn't have thumbs, so he can't really talk to you or shake your hand. But he's here in spirit. Jane said, hi, Cucumber. Ozzy said, how much would y'all pay me to come clean up the shop? That's the problem. If I wanted to pay somebody, if I had the money to pay somebody, I would have paid somebody to come clean it. But I don't expect anybody from this channel or anybody out there to clean up my shop. I bought it in a mess. I knew I was buying it in a mess, and I have since made a mess. It's not your job to clean it. Mike said, hi, Rusty. Jacob said, your dad and Kane dog are alike. They both sleeping. Yep. Rumple said, Jane, that's why they should stay clear of CSX Railway. Yeah. Crunch said, Dad is asleep into sleep. Uh-huh. Mr. Chris Barker said, I finished anyway. Good for you. Jay said, right, Rumple. Maria's, you washing your hands? C. Blackwell said, Uncle faster in the back. Yep. Raiden Better said, hey. Hello, Raiden. Crunch said, say to Dad that he is looking cute. Crunch said, you looking cute.
Thank you.
He said, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Turtle Biscuit Maine said, is that dog alive? I don't know. Let's see.
Don't mess with him.
Looks like he's alive. Rashawn Shan said, hey, Walter White in the back. You want some?
Just let me cook.
Boop, 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 boop.
Torment that dog. Let me do it.
I ain't giving you this thing.
Trust.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 2 F's to give. Rumple said, pops, ding, ding, ding. Railway crossing sound, no. Woo, woo. Engine horn, still no. Remember, Dad doesn't work on the train, so he doesn't get that luxury.
Mine goes ding, ding, ding when y'all come by.
Yeah,
That's the bell.
yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
we're
y'all
supposed
come
to-
by,
yeah, we're
I
supposed
said
to.
that's when the bell goes.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Mind of Zay said, I need me a pink Mustang. Older one, though. They hit much better, in my opinion. Well, that new Dark Horse looks pretty cool, in my opinion. But my favorite Mustang is the Fox body. Jane said, LOL, Rumple. Hold on, I just missed Lotus coming in. Lotus said, happy Friday. What's up, everybody? What's up, Lotus? Happy Friday, buddy.
Hello, Lotus.
Daryl said, Lotus. Mind of Zay said, LMAO. Someone taking a fat nap in the background.
That'd be me.
That would be you. It sure as hell ain't me this time.
I was doing good till somebody woke me up.
Jane said, hey, Lotus. Hazel said, hi, puppy. Hey, Hazel said, hey. I think he's got to go out.
You need to go to the bathroom?
That's why he's standing at the door. Lillian 4 said, there is no amount of salt and pepper that would make the steering wheel taste good. You know, I have to agree with that. Olivia said, if you think about it, if you call a woman's car a Mustang, it must have some masculine features, and y'all must have some very feminine features. If you think about it, if you call a woman's car a Mustang, it must have some masculine features, and y'all must have some very feminine features. Hey, at the end of the day, I will be the first one to admit, I'm not going to hate somebody just because of what they drive. I personally don't like the body style like Mike has Mustang, but I'm not going to hate on somebody that wants to build it. If I got a chance to get one for cheap and drop a 5-liter in it instead of the stock I think it's a 4.6 2-valve or something like that, I'm not going to argue with it. Just depends on how good of a price I can get on it. Don't tell Rusty because he's a Ford guy. Rusty said, hi, Lotus. Olivia's laughing. Lotus said, sup, Daryl. Hi, Jane. Olivia said, Lotus. But she put an E. See, you need to keep your E. Rumple said, hello, Lotus. DJ Wolfman, Jerry08 said, inbreds. No, that's what we put our meat in. It's inbred. Jane said, Olivia, them saying Mustang is a woman's car is a general comment. They didn't say Boggy must be gay because he has a Mustang. See, no, we never did, but if you kick a dog, it's going to bark. Jacob said, that's what she said, Cucumber. Olivia said, I know, there's just messing around. Boggy isn't offended. I'm not offended. I find it funny. Well, remember, we all give each other a hard time, but we all dislike the Carolina squat. Richard Duggan said, is the guy behind you all right? He is sleepy, Richard. He's been fighting a cold the last couple of days, and he's starting to get better. And if you know anything about a man cold, it whoops your ass. But he's okay. Maria said, you cleaned the desk. I'm impressed. I did not. Dad did. Olivia said, I just got to defend my brother either way. Hey, look, it's like I tell people, I can pick on Justin and Steven, but if you do, then it's a problem. Lotus said, you should wrap Boggy's Mustang part Barbie pink. He would love that. Oh, I bet he would. Olivia said, I'd die faster than my hair would. Kill me, Lois. Daryl said, so what y'all get done today? Well, Daryl, I smashed my finger like we already told you, but we started measuring. We got enough room to go from the outside of the trailer to like where the wood mounts, and that's an inch before even the back of the wood is. So what we'll probably do is get 3/4 of an inch thick like boarded insulation and figure that out and start putting it in there. I think we need about 15-ish pieces, but we just got to get it all took out, put back in, stuff like that. But we do have Fireball. We got to get her belt for the alternator, but the power steering line is on. We got to bleed it. But once we get the belt for Fireball's power alternator, Fireball's ready. We're going to paint her again, but Fireball will be ready after that. Mike said, hi, Lotus. Lotus said, you think he would be mad? Nah. MTEC said, how's the Camaro coming? Not the Shelby Cobra. You know, we got a Camaro. We can't afford a Shelby Cobra. But like I just said, she's just about done. If we get the belt tomorrow, she could be done tomorrow. Let's see here. Lotus said Fox body is almost worst. And again, it's an opinion. Olivia said, Randy, you're gay in my opinion. Well, the best part is I'm confident in not being gay, so your opinion doesn't matter. Auto Passion Automobile said, hello, Miss Yours. Hello, Auto Passion. How is the French world treating you? Olivia said, yeah, that's valid. Maria said, I'm a Ford woman. Well, I didn't expect that, but hey, that's okay. Jacob said, I've seen somebody drop a diesel engine in a pickup truck that was gas. Freaking awesome. You guys should try that. Try to do that freaking. Jacob, Ryan at VR6 Prodigy is wanting so much for me to put a 1.9 or 2 liter TDI out of a Volkswagen into my Toyota. But I would love to put a 5.9 or 6.7 Cummins in Black Betty. Olivia said, we all hate what? Carolina squat trucks. And was it sitting like that, like a dog trying to take a dump? Daryl said, saw a side-by-side the other day with a 4BT in it. That's cool. Maria said, tell him I'm proud you cleaned the desk.
Thank you.
Carrie said, men turn into huge babies when they get sick. Well, he's getting over it. Rusty said, seriously, Daryl, that is cool. The analog horror entity said, hello, how was your day? 3-dimensional human. I am sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I'm struggling right now. But our day was good. Hope your day was too. Rumple said, what's a side-by-side? Think of it as like a four-wheeler that you sit side-by-side on instead of backwards and frontwards. And some of them are four-seaters. They're off-road vehicles. They're a UTV, a utility vehicle. Pretty dang cool. Oh, somebody donated. Looks like 99 euros.
Like a
I got
sand rail.
0.99. Yes.
Ooh.
Daryl said it was on my police cam
That's
channel.
Selena.
Cop pulled it over just to get a look. LOL. Boggy said, someone say make Mustang pink. I got you, G. Little and Four said, endure the journey, embrace the lessons, make them remember
Okay.
you. That's exactly right. At the end of the day, I'll tell you right now, one thing you're not going to forget is me. Jane said, I just choked on an apple seed. That's what I get for trying to be healthy. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups never did that shit. That's all I'm saying. I ain't never choked on chocolate, but I've choked on some apples. Rusty said, I wonder if it's slow, Daryl. Rusty laughed at Jane. Boggy said, hold the comments, kid. I got this. Daryl said, nice. I started mocking the radiator up tonight. That's awesome. Max Carl said, I bought an Xbox 360 last night and it was filled with ground beef. Well, sounds like you got a bad deal.
Selena.
Talina sent 90.99 euros. Thank you, Talina. Daryl said, Boggy, Junkhead92. So can you shout out my boy, Lou? Yeah, Bean, we've already done it once tonight, but shout out to your boy Lou. Sounds like he's got a well-massaged prostate. Boggy said, yeah, it isn't gay if he's got socks on, Olivia. Thank you. I knew I would get somebody else to agree with me. Daryl said, funny gay means happy, not homosexual. Exactly. Maria said, why is he staring at the world map? Who was? You or Kane?
Me.
Oh, why were you staring at the world map?
Because I wanted to see how round it was.
Oh, okay. Jane said, hi, Talina. Boggy said, I'm always wearing socks. And then, hey, Mac, how's the Impala rolling? Daryl said, all wet, sanded, and ready for Buff Boggy. Talina said, Jane, hi there. Boggy said, nice. Lotus said, I said, make it pink. Muhammad Zahir said, hello from Syria. I have a little question. What is the scariest thing you ever happened to you? Drop in the tree on me.
About far.
Yep. Release the Trumpenstein file. Said it's only gay if you giggle. Daryl said he said he had it built up, Rusty. Looked pro-built, too. Reaper said, meow. Speaking of gay, and here's Reaper and his Pink Pony Club. How's the Pink Pony Club?
Reaper!
Maria said, hello, Syria. Look, let's see, where is Syria? Syria is
I don't know, I'm not allowed to look at the map.
Well, cool. Boggy said, I'll buy a fox body, make her pink, name her Barbie. Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie. Hey, that would be fun. I think it'd be cool. And if you ever decide to put videos out on, I would be happy to see it. Lotus said, meow. Half hawk, half man said, what's the word, homie?
What is the word?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a word of the day for Maria. Harassment. Jane said, hi, Reaper. Little and Four said, have y'all pinned Northeast Oklahoma yet? I pinned Oklahoma the other day, but I don't think I did Northeast.
But I think you did it for them.
Yes, I changed it. I do apologize. Yes, I did. Muhammad sent a thumbs up. Terminator said barbecue ribs or barbecue chicken. Ooh,
Ribs.
ribs. I like barbecue chicken, but ribs is just...
If they cook right, man, they good.
Yeah, they good. Daryl said, but you told me not to when I told you Tyler wants a bug painted pink. Yeah. Hey, he wanted those flip-floppers. Kevin said, I'm here, brother. Please, I'm here. Don't worry. Kevin, we appreciate it. How are you feeling, buddy? Reaper said, I did end up quitting. There goes. I'm going to get back on the Ford jokes. Maria
Where
said,
you working now, Reaper?
he's probably
Back
working
at
at the
the
other gay
station?
bar. He's probably working at the other gay bar.
Lesbian bar?
Yeah. Maria said Syria is beside Iraq. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if y'all were neighbors. Boggy said, hey, make it a convertible too. Yeah, Boggy doesn't like fox bodies or convertibles.
Wow.
Half hog, half man.
You
So did you know that a society...
I said no now. Get over and lay down.
So did you know a society can only achieve greatness when generations of elders willingly plant trees under the shade of which they'll never live long enough to sit? Yep. Sometimes it's not about doing something that benefits you right now directly. It's about benefiting your kids down the road or your kids'
Next
kids.
generation.
It's not all about you. Sometimes it's about someone else. Boggy said, I said no because Pearl hurts my head. Well, stop hitting yourself with pearls.
Stop.
Daryl said that's
Go
what
lay
she
down.
wants, Boggy.
Go lay down.
Ground of Hope Foundation sent in quotes. Hi everyone, I'm raising funds to help Judith get urgent treatment today. If you're able to donate, it would mean the world. If not, a share would be just as helpful. Oh, you've come in before about that. Okay. Reaper said not because of you guys. I guess Annabelle got mad about the guys you ran home. Lotus said, sup, Boggy? Jane said, was someone hitting on you, Reaper? Boggy said, you owe Lotus. Lotus said, we went to a full pickle gay strip club instead of the bar. Oh, that sounds disgusting. Mike said, hey, Boggy. Reaper said, I'm a mechanic now, bald man.
Oh, really? Cool. I
Maria
wanted
said
you
we're-
to see something. I was trying to get your attention.
Maria said, we are neighbors with Syria, Turkey, Iran, Jordan, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia. Cool. Kevin said, I'm a good man. I agree. Except, Kevin, we got to have a talk. We got to get you to
Bugs
trust
Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Okay, Bugs Bunny is a good guy.
Bugs Bunny is the man.
Boggy said, hey, Mike. Maria said, cool. Boggy said, Reaper, did you wear socks at the gay bar? And then Maria's dabbing. Look at that, y'all. It only took me 70 minutes and I got caught up.
How many likes and stuff?
I have no, I hadn't even like.
23 people, 47 what thumbs up.
Let's see here.
It did good at the beginning when you had your thing on doing for
Oh,
Father.
Madison said, damn, hostile much? The unicorn makes me hostile.
You did get a little angry at the beginning when you should have been.
Don't worry. Be happy. Let's see.
And this is a Friday night.
It is. This is one of the better lives we've had all week.
But
Reaper
now
said,
YouTube have been screwed up all week too.
yeah, I did look that up. I think they said at one point on like the 17th, what was it, 300,000 people lost YouTube?
Uh-huh. That's why we were down all week.
I guarantee that's why a lot of people were down. Golly, I bet you I'm going to lose my fingernail. Reaper said, no, I was sick of being a bartender one night and a bouncer the next and not getting paid. I just
understand
about read that with an L instead of a P, but I understand not getting paid, dude. Makes sense.
He's
and not
a
getting
mechanic
laid.
now?
Yeah.
Where does he work?
Yeah, where are you working? Let's see. How far is Alabama from here? You want to fix something? I'll find you something.
I bet he works at the Ford dealership.
I bet he does. Boggy said, you sucks. Victoria Hancock, 3315, said, hey, hello, Victoria. Reaper said, the owner still owes me money. Well, if you get a baseball bat and you have a meeting with his kneecaps, I bet you'll pay you. Victoria said, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, USA. Cool. Denton, North Carolina. Doesn't sound near as cool as Baton Rouge. Boggy said, wait, Randy was a unicorn? Yeah, you want to see? Look, my daughter wanted me to be a unicorn. And I'm a freaking unicorn. Lillian 4 said, Levi's, Wrangler, or Dickies? I like Wrangler shirts, and my in-laws got me some Dickies shirts, long sleeves. I like them. They do fit a little tight around like the arm area. But I've never been a big fan of Wrangler pants. Levi pants, not my favorite. Carhartt pants is my go-to. But I mean, I would like to try Duluth pants, but I've heard they're like $80 a pair. I already paid $60 a pair, and I ain't stepping up that extra 20. Jane said, Reaper, the not getting paid is the key statement. Though you should work for free. It's a trap, said Milwaukee or DeWalt. Milwaukee. I had a brand new half-inch Impact DeWalt. Brand new in the box, never been opened. At the building, when I bought the building. Charged the battery, that DeWalt ain't worth a pot to piss in. I can take off 5 lug nuts, and it's down to 1 bar out of 3. If it'll even take off the 5 lug nuts. I want nothing to do with DeWalt anymore. Boggy said, hey, Ford isn't gay. As long as you got socks on.
No, the Ford's not just a driver.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing.
Jay said, Reaper's in Alabama now? I thought he was in Alabama.
No, I thought he was in.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong, Jane. That's my bad. Boggy said Lamborghini is gay. I don't like Lamborghini. Nick, her, said, how long you guys been dating? About the same time you've been getting your prostate punched by your boyfriend. Bendejo, I think that's Spanish for bitch, said Bud Light or Bush Light, or Bish Light. Mountain Dew.
Not much on Bush. I like to shave.
Reaper said Annabelle wouldn't like that too much. Rumple said looks good. Boggy said, hell yeah, brother, I was a drag queen at like 4 today. Different strokes for different folks, fellas. Rumple said, I like Pepsi. Daryl said 50 likes. I'll be damned. We're up to 52 now. Thank you to everybody who's liked. Little N4 said my fella wears Duluth ballroom jeans. He swears by them. The guys at work swear by them, say they last 2 or 3 years out here on the railroad. I get maybe 6 months to a year out of mine. They said, well, seriously, there's a Duluth men's trading, like, actual store in Greensboro, which is 30 minutes north of my house.
Now, lay down.
So, I mean, I wouldn't mind checking on it. But I just don't have the $80 you're going to put in a pair of pants right now. Daryl said, I've had my DeWalt Impact 4 years and battery lasts forever. Same with the Cobalt tools. I guess that mine was just made on a Monday. They come in and they were just hungover.
And that's wild how that happens.
And it's the same thing with vehicles.
And people will do the same. You'll see a lot of people say the same thing about Milwaukee and vice versa.
But our Milwaukees have done amazing.
I said
outside of the cutoff wheel, the Milwaukee battery lasts really good.
Well, now that cutoff wheel takes
something. Boggy said, "Hey, I have socks on. Even Randy can give me a kiss right now, and it not be gay."
And not be gay.
Gay. Nick said it puts the lotion on or it gets the spray. You left out skin. Victoria said, "Pretty dog. Thank you. He just got in trouble because he won't stop trying to eat stuff." Hey, have you fed him today?
Yeah.
This afternoon?
Nope, I feed him before I go to bed.
No wonder he's sniffing around trying to eat stuff. Maria sent some crying faces and then some faces. Rumple said, Pepsi? I said pee-pee. Pee-pee jeans, London. Pepe or pee-pee? Nick wants to know what color skirt I wear. Whatever color skirt my daughter wants me to wear. Boggy said, nah, my kid decided she needed a palette that wasn't her face and then begged me, and I took on like 8 pounds of makeup. Exactly. When you're a girl dad, you're a princess, you're a unicorn, you're a dang test dummy for different nail polishes and makeup. We've just not made it to the nail polish and makeup yet. Rumple said, you need rest. I probably need rest too. It's almost 6 a.m. Buddy, if you go to bed right now, I understand. It is late. Well, early for you. Lips, we're not going to talk about that. Might want to fix that name. You might be mistaken for saying a no-no word. Maria said, ooh. Lotus said, wow, stripper Boggy. Reaper said, owes me about $700 hairs and won't give it to me, and Annabelle can't do anything because she's my fiance. I hate to hear that. Fred said they don't seem like a happy couple, these two. Almost like we're not a couple. Rumple said, you guys get Bosch power tool there? Yeah. Never tried them. What's the one that Hurley has? The Hercules tool from Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
He's got the Hercules. I don't know if it's a 3/8 or if it's an actual half. Whichever one it is, that son of a gun has some torque. Olivia said, and you didn't tell me that I could have helped. In all caps. Little M4 said, what happens if the socks have a hole in them? Then it's just a little gay. It's like just the tip. It never hurts
Only
the
one
feeling.
of you is.
Yeah, it's like just the tip. Never hurts a friend. James Coney said, I could have helped. Listen, when she comes in here, she can't type. Golden King said, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great day. Boggy said, shut up and work on your Subaru. Subaru. Maria said, okay, bye. Bye, Maria.
Bye,
Have a good
Maria.
night. Thanks for coming in. Victoria said, happy birthday today, Victoria. 41. You're 41 today. Well, happy birthday. Subjad said, WZF. I think you meant WTF. But hey, WZF, I don't know what that means. Rumpel said, all right, I'm off. Catch you on the flip side. Names, namaste.
See you, Rob.
See you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Have a good rest of your day. Lotus said, Reaper, were you under the table or payroll employee at the bar? If employee, you can take him to court. Also, I'm sure you have a bunch of cop friends that make his life hell. Boggy said, hey, I've been a dummy for nail polish and makeup. I have 3 sisters and a cousin that would force me to go to school with makeup on. Sounds like you just... Savat, something in a
A
different...
good sibling and father.
Nah. Since something's... Yep, I thought that was Russian. It said, greetings from Moscow. Greetings from America. How are you? Annette said, it's your jacket. Okay. Jane said, take care, Rumple. Annette said, is Dad trying to kill a fly? No, he's playing with the dog. Lois said, really, Boggy? Maria said, wait, I'm wearing socks. Annette said, or SWAT. No, he's just playing with the dog, like giving him just enough of a little makes him play. Rumpel said, Jane, laters, take care. Porkchop said, tomorrow morning. Hazel said, hi, puppy. Spartacus said, Hunter Biden. And Hog, you know the deal. Okay. Savjat said, shot through the heart. Alex said, what happened to the AC unit? We gave it away. No, it's in the room over there. Meta4ix, or Meta49, said, how do we get a spot on the board of glory? That is the members wall. And if you become a member, it's $4.99 a month. You go on the wall here and out of the road. Lotus said, at least they got him some lipstick and a pretty dress before he got fucked. Reaper said, it's not worth it. What's 700 doll hairs to the millions of doll hairs I have? I'm glad one of us has it. Lotus said, it's the point. Boggy said, Maria, it doesn't apply to women. Eliaf said, board Rama. So you know this hurts my finger. Meta said, that's a damn good deal. Well, we don't have enough content here to justify being able to do like members only videos, stuff like that, and we share our day-to-day life.
Give them back.
This is something you can physically see. A thank you to like from whoever becomes a member. We don't ask for members. We don't expect members. But everybody you see on the board behind us, besides the Older Than Dirt, or the Inventor of Dirt, is a member. The Inventor of Dirt is my membership that I pay for. I put it on the wall in honor of another person. But it's just something we can do to give back. If people can give the time to come in here and chat, the least I can do is read their comment. And if they decide to become a member, the least I can do is have a sign for their name. Carlo said, sup y'all, Pops and R3. Hello, Carlo.
Hello, Carlo.
You must have been stuck on the commode. Boggy said, makeup nowadays is icky though. You have learned that. Icky. Carlo said, Lotus, sup. Jane said, hi, Carlo. Lotus said, sup, Carlo. Carlo said, hey, Jane. Jane said, I expect Reaper to become a member. Lol. Boggy said, members are overrated like Lotus over there. Hey, I appreciate every single one of them. But By no means do they have to do it. Daryl said, big. Bad boys, bad boys. Where'd you find your medicine cup?
In the truck door where I had the stuff.
Oh, okay. Meta said, I saved you. Let me sleep on it. Well, buddy, look, if you want to sleep on it, you can. If you do not want to be a member, I'm not going to make you.
We don't make. I mean,
If
we
you-
appreciate it. But
If
we
you're
don't
on the
expect
fence
it.
of wanting to do it, then don't do it. I don't expect you to.
We
Olivia
appreciate
said,
you coming back. Though.
Yep. Olivia said, hey, Lotus, isn't overrated. He's my friend. All in one space said, hello, boys. Hello, all in one.
Hello.
Reaper said, I'm going to give them that satisfaction. Lol. Or I'm not going to give them that satisfaction. This guy. Carlo said, sup, Daryl. Lotus said, hey, I can't help it. I'm so cool. Olivia said, my.
I work with a guy like you, Lotus. Smartest motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
Meta said, I
He
think it
told
would
me
be
he
good
was.
for the both of us. You help me, I help you. Well, that's the least we can do to try to help somebody. I mean, maybe it'll help you. Maybe I hope it does.
People do notice the wall.
Yeah, like you noticed the wall. A lot of people seem to notice.
We had
And-
one come in today ask about Terps.
Yeah, well, I think it was one of the very first comments asked about the guy on the bottom left, Terpsler.
He's the last.
He's the last one to pay. So he's the newest member. The first member ever is Jonathan at Parked Up Garage up there. Boggy said, nobody asked you, woman. Reaper said, I'm going to lock about $7 million hairs in a lockbox and leave it to the future little Reaper and Annabelle. You might want to put it in like a actual account. If you just put it in a lockbox, the dollar bill is constantly diminishing. Carlo said, sup, Alan? Or all in, excuse me. Boggy said, go back to your happy place. Lotus said, cheap ass rich guy can't be a member. How do you think he's rich? He don't share his money. Lotus said, it's all just bullshitting, Randy. Carlo said, Olivia, sup? Lotus said, where is this lockbox? Yeah, for research purposes. Well, where might the lockbox be? Would you like to finish off the last 34 minutes?
I can.
I mean, if you don't want to, I mean.
Oh, it's
I'm not gonna make it.
I wasn't gonna. You wanted to read? I was gonna let you read.
Olivia said, Boggy, you make a kitchen's joke, and I swear I'll get you.
No.
And you still made the sandwich. Lotus said, someone should know just in case. Yeah, you might should let us know. Meta said, I don't bullshit, just the
No.
eye in the back of the room for now. I like helping good people. Oh, I don't think he's talking about you. We're talking about the rich guy Reaper. Olivia sent a no-mouth face with a knife. Lotus said, Boggy, let's her hear a kitchen joke. Jane said, yeah, get Pop's jeans under the desk.
I've been turned sideways.
Well, go around me so nobody sees you damn
Yeah,
kid trying to get out of Walmart.
Well, you get out of my way.
Listen, do y'all know why women are always cold? Because they're designed to be in front of the oven.
All right, where are we? Okay, I got it. Boggy.
Boggy.
Is it? Ooh,
Isn't your happy place the kitchen?
What did you call him?
I've not seen this name. Reckless.
All right, say big. Say caught my
Dick.
in another butter today, big bro. Lotus said cold blooded. Mita said never done projects. That sounds like my garage full of motors. That's right.
Hey, we got 23 vehicles here at any given time. 5 trailers now. A semi, a boat. I mean,
James
we can't
said,
work them all at once.
"Oh my God, you did not."
Yeah.
River said half past the monkey's ass, quarter past his balls.
It's where the lockbox is.
John Deere says, "You know my women is is cold." Something always.
pointy to get.
Some said, "Why are you bald?" Because I shaved it.
Salmon.
Gaiman says, "Gentlemen, do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be strong men."
Or if you pray to be stronger, God's going to give you a reason to become stronger. How about that?
Boggy says, "I can be
can.
Lotus." Bill's big Big Junior says the prayer's up for Big
Big
Nut.
nut.
Lotus says, I bet the location is in the Randy Files.
There you go.
Meta says,
Oh, come on.
are you going to read? Well, come on. I need a tuner for a 2.73 and my 1JZ Supra.
273s. Hey, if you need something for that Supra, that Boggy the Pondweed,
Yeah.
apparently he's pretty good with the Supra.
Reaper said exactly. Boggy says, tell you up Randy's ass, don't ask how I know. Reaper said, but I might put it in an account.
I'll give you the account number.
You can give it to me in an account, I ain't got none. Epstein to release my files, I have. Tell her, said, what's up, guys? Cheers from Michigan.
Michigan.
Simon said, Scooby-Doo.
Skibbity-dibbity-doo. Who the fuck are you? Mel said Michigan 313. Alright, you're back to Bill.
Bill says, would have been cooler if I put my nth in the turbo instead of the Nutter Butter. Jay said, welcome, Michigan. Lotus says, he going bury gold like Ron Swanson. Reaper said, but you would give me an account number.
He said, bet you would give me an account number. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It says but.
Yeah, but you put bet underneath it.
Oh, yeah, but both mine says but.
Oh, okay.
Betta says, where are y'all at in the building, in Randy's building in Denton, North Carolina?
A little small town just north of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Boggy said, BRB, Olivia needs help.
She's gonna stab you.
She needs a sandwich made. Hurry up. Lotus says, sure, you can put it in my account, Reaper. Betta said, to Southern for Michigan.
Cool.
It says to Southern for Michigan. Lotus
To
said,
Southern.
promise
It
it won't be safe.
I promise I will spend it.
Jane said, Ohio here.
You cannot have my cheer wine, buddy. I hope you hadn't licked your bung Julio in a little while. You just licked my face.
Good Lord, 18 people, 58 thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Man, I should have let myself hang out a long time ago. We've got a lot more likes.
Oh my God. OF.
Reaper says, you know, I found you guys on Google Maps. Yeah, we're on it.
Cool. I bet. Did you get to see the mountain?
Mita said,
Rust Belt.
Rust Belt coming.
Yeah. we got
Lester
Rust
said,
Belt.
my sister moved to Charlotte 7 years ago. She never sounded more stupid picking up that southern raw accent. Dee-dee-da-dee. And all you fuckers retarded.
Really? Oh, yep. Daryl got you, dumbass.
It
Gabriel.
didn't bother me because I know that only the person that typed that would have been that retarded. And I don't even like using that word.
Let's see here. Gabriel wants to know a good brand of aftermarket radio, or radiator. What is it? I'll find it. I think it's like Cold Case. I think they make good radiators. Don't quote me on it. I might be telling you the wrong name. But Gabriel, I used to know a few, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
Jay said, Medi, yep, no auto is safe from rental roads. Daryl said, 8 lug. John Deere said, you should let Randy Jr. take control a long time ago, get more likes.
Well, it's hit and miss. I might take control and get 30 likes, and he might take control and get 100. It's just...
It's just something I like to do, and it was kind of my idea to do, and sometimes he likes to be a part of it, sometimes he don't. I don't mind him reading, but anyway, Amanda says, bullshit, my Supra stays indoors, heated like a baby over winter salts. Lotus said, I retarded timing sometimes. Jane said, hi, Gabriel. 8 Lug said, hey, Mac. Daryl said, Walker Radiator. 8 Lug said, Jane. Boggy says, hear me out, Randy. I put that horn in Shelby.
I will text you back after the live because I'm not going to play it on here just in case.
Reaper said, and Madison was the only review that made me chuckle. Daryl said, I see Hershey's.
It's amazing what happens when the bald man moves. Hey, Meta, would you like a tour of the building?
Jane said, what review, Reaper? Maria
Jane,
said,
remember, we have a Google profile, a Google business profile people can leave reviews on.
Buggy said, it's not bad, just loud. Maria says, I don't know why I can't sleep.
Because you're worried about missing Never Done Projects.
Because Never Done Projects is still on the air. Hard said, are you the dad of the man behind you? I am.
Wow, that's the most common sense person that's ever asked about that.
Yep.
Good job. You get a gold star.
Yes. Buggy said, is one of those horns like the Dixie Bell horn?
Uh-oh, yeah, no, you can't play the Dixie horn no more.
Jane said, oh, I need to check out the profile. Yeah, all our friends should be making comments. Reaper said, oh man, I should give you a bad review. Yep.
On Yelp.
Yeah.
We don't have Yelp. And if you give me a bad review, I will respond to it. And I can report it because you're not a real customer.
Oh me, oh me, oh me. 19 people, 59 thumbs up. Who looks at Yelp? Said Lotus. Missed one, hurry.
You missed two.
Missed two. Buggy said, this one is 2 semi-truck jobs that screen. I'm the guy's,
I'm the guy trolling you.
Yeah. My neighbor won't stop mowing his freaking lawn. What should I do?
Take a melatonin and go to bed.
Reaper said, all jokes, guys. All joking, guys. I'll tell you what you can do. Get you a spray bottle. Fill it full of soapy water and...
not a spray bottle.
No, a pump spray.
Like a weed sprayer filled with soap, water, and weed killer.
Weed killer, and then go out there and write bitch at night.
In his grass.
And then when he, after a couple of days, it will go brown. Let's see. Howard says, do you like Donald Trump? We don't discuss politics. Daryl said, not sure if I'm getting the tire sponsor. He hasn't showed up. We've had a few do that.
Well,
Maria
we
says,
can't even get responses or we just get flat out no's.
Maria said, it's okay to sleep with makeup on, so lazy to take it off.
Hey, that's up to you, but it does not help your skin.
Boggy says, can I leave a positive review? You can leave a review, I'm sure.
You can leave a review, but I don't want to inflate the positive reviews with somebody who's actually not been here. But I'm not going to tell you no.
But we do good. If you think we do good jobs for you guys, we do interact with each other. Daryl said no politics. All in retracted the message. Hard said comment about his and other people's names in Epstein files.
If you think for 2 seconds that the people that are multi-billionaires and control this country are going to be brought to justice, you bumped your head.
Ain't gonna do nothing. They're just trying to distract you from doing something else.
If you've ever seen close-up magic, all right, it's simple. Hey, focus what this hand's doing, and while you're focused on this hand, this one over here is taking the money out of your pocket.
Boston said, hey guys, all in says, do you like Johnny Sins? I'm the guy says, okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the advice, sir. Boggy says, you can't play the General Lee Dixie horn, question mark.
Generally speaking, the General Lee is considered to be racist.
BMC says, pepper. Boggy says, nice, exactly, and y'all do good. James said, Daryl, you got somebody to buy one tire the other night. I'm the guy says, do you know Dixon, and do you like him? Reaper says, I have to go. Y'all duty calls. Be safe and remember to keep it silly. See you, Reaper. Thanks for stopping in. Maria says, Randy, you're the only bald guy I know.
Cool.
I thought your friend's daddy was bald, or no, teacher was bald. Y'all were making fun of him.
Oh, yep. She said, hold on, I forgot about.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, says anything pertaining to the Dukes of Hazzard is totally safe at my house.
I agree, but YouTube does not like it.
Maria says, hold on, I forgot about my bald professor. Boggy says, well, IG Olivia is racist.
Apparently.
Cooch says they are LGBTQ.
Well,
Do you know what to call one that's on fire? LBGG L. I
Yeah,
messed
you
it
done
up.
fucked it up.
LGBTQ. All in says, do you have well, you know, that's really not something. You have to go to OnlyFans to see that.
My wife said the big ones hurt.
Maria, Maria said, my friend dad is indeed bald. How did I forget about it?
Because
I
we
guess
are
because
the
you should be
bald one for
sleeping. There we go. We got 20 people in here, 60 thumbs up. That's awesome. Let's see. Alex says, same at Coot.
Hey, that's fine. We just don't try to push beliefs on people. If you want to be that, if you want to be something, all I ask is don't push your beliefs on me, as I don't push my beliefs on you. And for the love of God, leave kids alone.
Buggy said, doesn't she have a short on the Lee?
I think she does, but the problem being is like being monetized. Things get you demonetized so easily.
Maria's got, looks like ghost. You're going to have to pay attention to him.
Well, he's hungry.
Well, feed him.
I just.
Alex says, hi from UK. Buggy says, damn, Rand. Dad said, orange shirt, how's being? Jane said, oh man, trolls at 5 minutes early. I know, right?
I know. We've done pretty good the entire live until these jackasses. Alex
says, fair enough. Everyone should just live life. That's right. Maria says, fix your glasses. What's wrong with them? Jane says, hit the like button. Yes, please. Finest jury says, Boston here. Hello. Alexa says hi.
Hello.
David said, whoa, what's up? I think I matched with you on Grindr. Well, hello.
Well, about time you returned my messages.
Know. Why didn't you swipe?
You did, but you just didn't respond to my message.
Buggy says, I don't think she is aiming for monetization. I think he's using her keyboard now.
She hasn't sharing with y'all. Well, we have to be careful because YouTube has been known to demonetize people. And based off of what I learned today, about 300,000 people like losing their YouTube access had a lot to do with it was like the mass demonetization and cleanup of the YouTube algorithm, causing issues with shorts being pushed more than long form videos. Long form videos not being pushed, long form videos not being sent to subscribers. A bunch of stuff's messed up with YouTube right now. And the last thing I need to do is bring attention to myself and then say, oh yeah, F that guy, and demonetize us. We're not in here to get rich, but getting that little bit of money's gonna go towards something on fixing this building.
Jay said, welcome Boston. Stuart said, this is this from the hunting camp. Midnight says, you my favorite streamer, dogs. Thanks for creating awareness for the community. Maria said, tell us a story. I don't have time to tell a story right now. Jane said, hi, Alex. Alex, is it Alex? Alex. Buggy says, bum, 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 bum.
Bum, ba, bum, bum.
Midnight says, y'all both a couple. There's another dumbass that can't understand father and son. Jane said, Midnight, glad to hear you came out of the closet. Buggy said, just. Dad said, these guys look like great to be father and son. Midnight says,
I bet you that dead ALUS person has a well-massaged prostate by his uncle, along with that Midnight person.
Yeah, the Midnight
and this
is
Brandon Willis. I bet you their prostate will never be unmassaged.
I bet they both
take a pounding.
I bet they all sitting in the room right now fisting each other.
I bet you they're tickling each other.
Brandon said the dwarf man.
Oh, hold on. The Brandon guy wants me to keep talking, and then Dad said that him and his uncle are fucking right now. Good for you. I hope you get something that even penicillin can't cure. Oh, and then here's a normal one. Hal Ploss said, how old are those cheese puffs behind you?
I just bought them today. Brandon's laughing. Boggy says, Randy, just listen to the horn. It's really cool and very popular. Jane said, midnight, these guys listen to my bitch ass. We think Jane's a pretty nice person. If anybody in here don't like Jane, they can get the hell over it and get on to another stream. Easy said, support barreled ice or crushed ice. That's the best ice to have.
Cool.
P. Pan said, this is what, really? There's another dumbass. Maria said, I miss my cat. Let's see. Jane said, where's the cat, Maria? Boggy says, tell me that it wouldn't be badass. Barbie's waving. Hello, Barbie.
That would be cool, Bobby. But hello, Barbie.
P. Pan said, laughing. Maria says, we all love Jane. That's right. Jane, she ran away.
Well, Jane's probably just trying to keep from saying something mean.
Yeah, well, she knows that
She knows
we
these
don't
people are
appreciate these people coming in there saying it. They are helping the algorithm, so we'll just skip over their
They're
dumbass.
feeding the algorithm hamster.
Yeah. So anyway,
Jacob said no politics.
yep. Ally says, "How are you,
Ali.
my daddy?" Ali says, "How are you, my daddy?" I'm doing great. Hope you are. Jay said, "Boggy, you blow that horn near me, I'm gonna pee my pants." Chris says, how's it going, fellas? It's going great. Ali says, how are you, my brother? Ethan says, hi.
Hello, Ethan.
Hall Pass says, you guys should yell the word pizza.
I'm good.
Jane says, Maria, wasn't your cat sick? Kerr said, my question is, what is Never Done Project? Sounds car related.
You want to know what Never Done Project is? Here. You know what? It's about time I get up and walk. Come on. I'll take you for a walk. You want to know what Never Done Projects is? It is the fact that these things are never done. That's the one in the profile picture. This is mine / my daughter's burnout car. And they are actual Z28s. You can't really see it. But they are burnout cars. There's our dog. His name's Kane. He's insane. Another one. Yeah, we do our everyday life here with the automotive focus. Addie's bike, motor. And then through that wooden door is a boat. Kerr says they have a Honda Del Sol that's never done. I have a friend that's trying to sell his Honda Del Sol. Death Trap, Honda 3-wheeler, made it up to a go-kart. Kerr, I can't really take you outside because it's, darker in my sense of humor out there. But then we have this one on the lift right now. All that's left here, I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek here. Let's turn the light on. So OptiSpark is still installed on this motor, and this is where the alternator is gonna go, and it's just from here to there. New power steering line ran all the way around. Zip ties for maximum safety. Up to the Volvo electric power steering pump transcooler. I don't have that, but I have the transcooler in my car. But yes, this is Never Done Projects, y'all. I can't go any further up there toward the square body and all because I'll lose Wi-Fi. But I mean, whenever I bought this place, we couldn't even walk in here. But yeah, that is Never Done Projects. Even when this one gets done, I mean, we're going to change the wheels on it. It's never done. And like you said, your Honda Del Sol's never done, so you understand. Oh, there goes Kane. But there was a few people who came in that was asking questions like that, so I had to share. Crazy dog. Here you go. Crazy dog.
Jane said, hi, Ali. Maria said, no, that's the other one. Maria's frown face. Ethan says, tell the guy in the blue he's cool. Kerr says, yay, I knew it. We have a Honda Del Sol that's never done. Kerr says, hey, Kane. Hal says, you guys should put on the show borders.
They meant hoarders.
Hoarders, oh.
That's fine. Look, that's just a small peek into what we have.
And you already seen it before we started, before we started cleaning up. James said, Curtis, sounds like everything man related. LOL, never done. Boggy says, I'm surprised you're still monetized after the positive wiener joke.
Don't bring attention to it, Boggy.
Hall says, I meant hoarders. Curtis says, haha, that's funny. Jane, for real, that's sleep. Boggy says, oh man, that car in the video is the car Olivia wants, but I refuse to let her get. Daryl says 58 minutes tonight. Spray base gonna go smoke before starts. Carl says exactly. I thought you exactly what I thought. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Jane said who refused to let her get it? Boggy. Boggy says Olivia does nothing special as waving. John Deere said 60 likes. Yeah, we had 61. Somebody took it back. Maria said, I think I'm a little depressed today. It's probably got something to, well, your weather's probably different than ours. But I was like that yesterday. The live made me feel better, but I was depressed yesterday. Maria says, not little, actually a lot.
Well, what people need to realize about depression is it's not always sad. Some days are really good, some days are really bad.
Boggy says, my bad. Drake says, hey, bros, how you doing? What does it mean when they're
100,000 subscribers.
Awesome. Welcome. Thank
They
you.
play spin the wheel with supermodels.
James said, Maria, you need sleep. Boggy, she's probably sleeping too much, Jane. Maria says, oh, you refuse to let her have the car. Maria says, Jane, if I can sleep, I would be asleep right now. Jane said, probably one of those trolls took a like away, or Lotus.
What's the difference?
Don't worry, said, God bless the U.S. boys. Happy Friday, going to go out and help ICE round up some aliens.
Run, Maria!
Sir Ryan said, smoke some weed and sleep. Smith said, Obama versus the daddy.
The baby.
Oh, is that what it, sorry, the baby? Nick says, Randy, how are you? I'm doing great. Hope you are. Jane said, hit that like button. 17 people, 62 thumbs up. Thank y'all. Jane said, hi, Nicholas.
I'm out of drink. I hope you know I took ibuprofen after smashing the piss out of my finger. My finger doesn't hurt as bad.
Nicholas says, January.
No, Jane.
It said, it changed mine to January.
Where'd you put the Band-Aids?
SI3 says,
Should be.
I don't know what it's
I
trying
think
to
that's going to loosely translate to hello, you bitches.
It might be.
Ni hao, kung lao, bitches.
Bitches. Nicholas says, Jane, Randy, I give them to you. I give the whole bag to you.
Are you sure about that?
I am positive.
You're 100% sure?
Yep.
Did we come in up here?
Don't remember. Yeah,
No, 'cause you
because I
carried
handed them.
everything.
I carried it to you. I handed it to you right there at the refrigerator.
Well, okay, I'm going to put a Band-Aid on my finger.
Maria says, no, actually, I've been struggling with depression for several months. From now, you might didn't notice because it's invisible. No, Maria, like I said, it's kind of like when things happen and we don't see eye to eye and stuff like that. You know, you can tell when people's not their normal self. So I get it. I really do. I wish there was something we could do for you. Nicholas says, I'm okay, buddy. I'm making my dinner. Maria says, so it's kind of hard to stay positive most time. I do understand. Nicholas says, like 62, thank you. Boggy says, gonna go piss liberals off with the General Lee then. All right, sounds good. Jane said, Maria, right now it's cold and yucky here with a lot of gray skies. We all go through it. Yes. Carl says, Maria, I've been there my whole life. I understand how you feel. It does actually get better, but we have to want it. No matter how hard it gets, we do get through it. So matter so much. That's what we try to tell them. We get it in it ourselves. We try to push out positive vibes, and we want everybody to think positive and know that they can get better and do better. Sometimes we may come off a little too forward trying to say that, think positive. We don't mean it as in a negative way. We want everybody to be happy as they can. Be happy and be safe. That's what we normally say. But yes, that's why we try to keep the trolls out. We try to keep things positive. And for 2 hours, everybody can come in here every single day and enjoy. That's what we try.
They weren't in those bags.
Maria said, it started since I finished school. I've been feeling weird most time and don't want to do anything at all. Carl says, you guys are calm and make it feel very like a very welcome stream. Well, you are. Everybody here is welcome. This is one big family that we are trying to build. And
we have come from a long way from nothing.
Yes, and most of the people you're reading in this chat comes in every day. We do this every day from 6 to 8, and Eastern Standard Time. So we got about 4 more minutes, and then most of the people go over to Metal Art Customs and watches his premiere. But we do this every single day, and you're welcome to come in. Maria says that's why I sleep a lot. Cosmic, is that right?
I don't see a cosmic.
Well, we're not going to read his comment anyway. Carlos says, yeah, sounds normal. Carlos says, Maria, I know how you feel. I have
generalized anxiety disorder.
Yes, that. Boggy says,
he said, that's stupid. I can't believe the General Lee is racist.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Remember, Boggy, a Christmas song is racist too, buddy.
Jane, yeah, it's cold outside. Jane said, Maria, I remember when I left high school. Yeah, that's been a long time ago. It was really hard. I had no idea what I would do with my life. Very common at your age. Boggy said, it's just a car that meets Rebel.
Careful, Boggy, you're going to get canceled.
In Unit 315 said, what in the Dukes of Hazzard? Carlos says, Papa Renze says hello. Hello, Papa. Buggy says, it's liberally doing.
Liberal doing.
Yeah, that. Jane said, hi, Dad, Renzo. Cosmic said,
and bye.
Maria says, through a whole year, I give up everything, make me happy, so when I returned to my normal life, everything sounded boring and unlikable.
Well, and that's what happens not just with growing up, but something like depression. The things that used to bring you joy don't bring you joy anymore. The question that I have for you is, what can you find that brings you joy now? If you have something at home you can do, then do it. It's like me wearing the unicorn horn. People laugh. People probably said all kinds of things that I will never hear that they'll tell others. But it made me happy to do it. It made me smile because then my daughter got to FaceTime me and tell me she liked to see it. That's enough for me, okay?
But also remember what Nickel Pony gave us the quote.
Do something
today that you can smile about tomorrow. Jane said, Maria, that's a very common feeling. Maria said, yes, yeah, exactly. Boggy says, I'll do a road trip and down Tennessee just to prove a point that it shouldn't be racist and it's rebel. Maria said, I mean, it's not that easy.
I understand that. I'm not saying.
And we're not saying it's
easy.
that easy at all. We're not.
Honestly,
It's hard as
the
hell.
hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life. Okay, you know why it's so hard? Because you're killing the person you used to be to become the woman that you are now.
Carl says, that's understandable. That just means you have to find what makes you happy again, or if not happy, satisfied, accomplish something that keep you going, even something small.
There you go.
That's well said.
I want to read this one. Jane said, if they don't like it,
Fuck them. I like it.
I like it.
Carlos says, I get that too. Maria, sometimes I lose interest in my RC cars.
There's a lot of times I lose interest in a multitude of the vehicles I have. I want a
Boggy
different
said exactly. Jane?
It is 8 o'clock, but let's read the last few. Kerr said, for me, it was doing my makeup. I then went to beauty school. Even through that, I struggled deeply, but making people happy made me happy. And then said in all caps, hell yeah, Jane. And then Boggy said, YouTube, they're liberal too. Jane said, how does it go? You do you, boo-boo.
That's
exactly.
right.
Different strokes for different folks. And then Maria said, I saw a man saying that his depression didn't leave him for 30 years and it can't go away, and that's why I'm kind of scared. Listen, it's not that it can't go away, okay? It is difficult to go away. There's no way around that, okay? It is not an easy thing to get to go away, all right? North side's the other direction, dude. Hold on. I was going to say it's nothing.
That's real fucking good.
What?
If it was something, what the fuck you locked the door for?
I didn't. I would open the door and it locked.
Jackass.
Fuck you. Okay, let's see here. Everybody, that's been...
Get my damn chair.
Kiss my butt. Everybody, that's been 2 hours. We overran by a minute. But everybody have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And thank you to everybody for liking. It shows 63 likes. It'll probably take one away as soon as we end it.
64, but
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching, coming in, commenting, and we'll see you all again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
remember, y'all keep it